popular YouTuber MrBeast is under serious scrutiny.
Former employees and participants have begun to speak out.
5 anonymous Beast Game contestants submitted a lawsuit.
An investigation has uncovered a concerning pattern of neglect.
There are dozens of broken bones. 10 people broke their bones? Let's keep filming!
Allegations have surfaced describing a toxic work environment.
We didn't use unions because they didn't want to pay people fair money.
All right, you've seen the MrBeast headlines, but I promise you've never heard this before. For the last 10 years, MrBeast has been in and out of the news, and everyone thinks they've cracked the code.
Oh, it's the algorithm. Oh, he reinvests everything. Oh, he's the nicest rich guy alive building wells and stuff in Africa.
You guys, I have heard everything. I also have seen so many people who claim that they have worked for MrBeast, touting their work for him all over X, and I'm sick of it. These aren't just stunts, you guys. They're psychological weapons, old school marketing tricks weaponized for a new attention economy. Tricks Hollywood, frankly, they never saw it come. So buckle up, Uncle Raph has got your back. Let's dive in. In order for you guys to understand this, let's rewind.
Jimmy Donaldson, a kid in North Carolina, obsessed not with clout, not with parties, but with analytics. While other YouTubers were gaming, he was dissecting watch time graphs like a mad scientist, and eventually he cracked it. A hook in the first 10 seconds, escalate relentlessly, cut every 15 seconds so your brain can't look away, and finish with a payoff so big you feel stupid for not watching until the end. That formula wasn't just a YouTube hack, it was a Trojan horse. He didn't know it then, but he was building something that could go toe-to-toe with Hollywood's storytelling engine.
And then came 2021. Netflix drops the Squid Game. Squid Games? Squid Game. Is it Squid Game? I don't know. Jimmy doesn't just binge it like the rest of the universe. He rebuilds it. $3.5 million of his own money. A YouTube recreation that pulled in over 600 million views. One guy out Hollywooded Hollywood. I need you to understand this. Let that sink in. He beat Hollywood at their own game from his warehouse. And that's when the phone rang. Hello? Oh, Amazon? Yeah, it's me, Jimmy. Let's do this. In 2024, Amazon hands Jimmy the keys to a $100 million experiment, Beast Games. The numbers were insane. 1,000 contestants, a $5 million prize pool, which ballooned to $25 million, 1,100 cameras rolling, and Jimmy wasn't a figurehead. He wasn't just a cameo. He was in charge. Amazon gave him the budget, the crew, the stage, and told him to run it like a YouTube video. But, that was kind of a mistake. The cracks started to show fast, you guys. Rolling Stone reported chaos behind the scenes. The Guardian called it one of the most undignified spectacles ever aired. Contestants spoke out about no breaks, hostile work environments, injuries on set. I even interviewed that guy. Remember that video? Regulators in Canada, I think regulator is a fancy word for Canadian lawyer. So regulators launched an investigation. Yeah, not exactly the kind of review you hang over the fireplace. Hi, me, Jimmy.
Lo siento.
And here's the kicker with Beast Games. Jimmy leaned into the dystopian Squid Game vibe, blurring the line between entertainment and exploitation. And suddenly viewers weren't sure if they were watching a game show anymore or a social experiment gone too far. This is the key, and here's where everyone else stops. They saw chaos. I saw something else. Old Uncle Raph pulled out his YouTube goggles, read between the lines. Because what happened on that set wasn't random. It was the product of Jimmy's hidden playbook. The same playbook he's been using on YouTube for over a decade, only now scaled to Hollywood proportions. Let me show you 5 of the levers he pulled, the ones almost no one ever talks about. Number 1, the reciprocity engine. Let's start with Edward Bernays. If that name sounds familiar, it should. He was Sigmund Freud's nephew, the guy who basically invented public relations in the 1920s. He also did a lot of like slimy stuff, and I believe his son owns Netflix. It might be a nephew. Someone is the CEO of Netflix that was related to Edward Bernays. Coincidence? I think not. Bernays figured out how to engineer consent by giving people something small that made them feel indebted so they'd unconsciously return the favor. Cigarettes, bacon and eggs for breakfast, even soap sculptures at fairs. Those are all Bernays. Funny enough, probably should have washed his... No, wait, we'll stop. Now look at MrBeast. Massive giveaways, cars, islands, millions in cash. Everyone frames it as generosity, but what's really happening is reciprocity. The audience feels like they owe him attention, clicks, and loyalty. He doesn't just give, he invests in psychological debt. Number 2, the unfinished thread, Zygarnik effect. Back in the 1920s, a Russian psychologist named Bluma Zygarnik, that wasn't Russian. Bluma Zygarnik. Is that Russian? Anyway. He noticed that waiters remembered unfinished orders better than completed ones. Once the bill was paid, the memory disappeared. She ran experiments, proved it. Our brains hate incompletion. Jimmy turns this into a weapon. Watch any video. He opens loops constantly. Later, you'll see what's in the box. One of these contestants will betray the other, but not yet. It's micro cliffhangers stacked on top of each other. Your brain needs resolution, and the only way to get it, watch till the end. You should be employing this in every single one of your YouTube videos in order to increase the retention, in order to keep people watching from the start of your video all the way to the end. Number 3, the peak end rule. All right, so this is based off of some research that Daniel Kahneman, a Nobel Prize-winning psychologist, discovered. He proved something wild. When people look back on an experience, they don't judge the whole thing. They judge the peak moment and the ending. That's it. Jimmy's formula: escalation until a ridiculous peak. $100,000 dropped from the sky, contestants buried alive, whatever the spectacle is. Then a finale that burns into memory. The middle doesn't even matter. Your memory is hijacked by the peaks and the payoffs. Keep this in mind, you guys. If you're not incorporating a climax into your content, you're leaving so much on the table. That's what makes you memorable. All right, number 4, variable reward, otherwise known as the dopamine lottery. Neuroscientists have shown that dopamine spikes when rewards are unpredictable. That's why slot machines are addictive. You might win, you might not, and that uncertainty is the hook. Mr. Beast literally layers this into everything. Contestants don't know what's coming. Viewers don't know when the next twist hits. Every prize reveal feels like a jackpot pull. It's not just suspense, it's neurochemistry. And if you're not thinking at this level with your content, you're leaving so many views on the table. Number 5, social proof at scale. This one's almost too obvious, but it's worth spelling out. Bernays used to manufacture crowds to sell ideas, literally stage parades, so people thought,
Wow, everybody's into this.
that's called social proof. He'd get actresses and actors to do this to sell cigarettes. Jimmy does it bigger, and he knows exactly what he's doing. 1,000 contestants, $25 million in prizes, headlines about records shattered. It screams, this matters, this matters. If millions of people are watching, you feel like you should too. I'll even admit, there'd be times when I had zero desire to watch Jimmy's videos, and then somebody talked about Squid Games or XYZ, and I was like, I'm in, let's do it. I gotta watch this because everybody else is watching. I don't want to be left out, blah, 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 blah. Hollywood spent decades buying that perception, human audience perception, with billboards and premieres and promotions and ads. And now, even if you look at Tom Cruise's latest Mission Impossible video, he did all sorts of collaborations with TikTokers. They're buying people's attention by orchestrating virality and orchestrating clout. Jimmy just engineered it natively online. Individually, you guys, these are just tactics, but stitched together, they form a psychological machine, a system built to keep you watching, sharing, and talking long after the video ends. And when Amazon handed him $100 million to test the system at Hollywood scale, we got Beast Games. And despite the chaos, despite the headlines, the lawsuits, the accusations, Beast Games became Prime Video's biggest unscripted launch ever. 50 million viewers in the first month, renewed for 2 more seasons before the ink was even dry. Amazon didn't even blink. Jeff Bezos sleeps with his eyes taped open, so that way he can keep an eye on what Jimmy's doing and where his money's, and make sure that he can get people to do cool videos for him. The point is, you guys, the controversy fades, viewership doesn't. Beast Games wasn't just another reality show, it was a signal. Proof that YouTube's psychological engine could bend Hollywood itself. It was bent, crooked, like this, turn like this. Crooked, bent, Hollywood bent. Here's the part that matters for you as a business owner or high-level creator. This is how culture is made in 2025. Not with TV pilots and focus groups, with engineered attention loops, reinvestment economics, and spectacle that acts like PR. If you want Uncle Raph to help you build that kind of machine, not just a stunt, not a Twitter post, but a systematic growth engine, that's exactly what we do at Rafidi.com. Yes, shameless plug, but it's true, and this is my business, and these videos are here to serve my business, and this is what I teach to you guys as well. And guess what? Beast Games wasn't the whole story, it was the public story. Because before he took on Hollywood, Jimmy had already changed YouTube twice. The first time, he rewired the algorithm. The second time, that's the one no one's talking about. That one should scare and excite every creator, every brand, every studio that thinks they understand distribution. And in the next episode, I'm going to show you the receipts, the signals inside YouTube, the cold math that proves it. So if you thought Beast Games was big, you haven't seen anything yet.